Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Adams Rite number 5015-02-603. This is a replacement deadlock, dead latching lock body for sliding wood doors. Okay, replacement lock body. This is a self-latching version. The bolt doesn't go down, but when the door is presented to the frame, it pushes the latch in, allowing it to fold and lock. Okay, that's how that works. Only when you push the unit in by sliding the door closed. For wood framed sliding doors, the 5015 or the 5017, we'll get into the other function in a moment. Wood door deadlock or latch provides the same 1,000-pound strength as the MS 1847 latch that you'll see in typical metal doors or aluminum doors, really. A deeper backset clears a recessed jamb installation on wood doors. The bolt throw is easily adjustable by means of a screw in the faceplate. As you can see there, it says adjust, out or in. Mounting is by through bolts, which also secure the inside turn and outside cylinder when installed. So there is a link, there are several links below this video. The first one is called Data Sheet, and that will allow you to review all of the dimensional properties of the item, especially on page 1, but page 2. But starting on page 1 is the summary of the 5015 series lock. And the 5015 is called out on page 1. The 5015, which this is just a zinc finish on the bolt itself, zinc plated steel case and faceplate. The 5017 is the stainless steel version. Would be very expected for it to be purchased as a 5017 should this be in a coastal application. Really, in any application, stainless steel would certainly be good, but it is already zinc plated steel, as that magnet will attest. Okay. So the 5017 is the stainless steel. This is the 5015. So page 1 will show you the lock body. We'll talk about the back set, which is 1 3/16, and that's a reference to the edge of the door to the center of the hole. That's here. Let's go over the important dimensional properties of it now. 1 3/16 is that dimension. Overall height of the lock body faceplate, about 4.5. Faceplate 4.5 and then 5/8 wide. That is correct based on the manufacturer's data. The case, about 4 inch tall. Its depth is going to be under the faceplate, your 1.5 inches. Thickness of the body alone, about 1/2 inch. A 45-degree rotation. Just a spring latch, and all I'm using is a screwdriver to throw that. 45-degree rotation. So your thumb turn or your key cylinder will go in on either side, which is the 1015 thumb turn, which would be typical on the inside. You can have a 1016 plate on the outside where you would have an exit only, no access from the outside, just a 1015 thumb turn. Or you can do a 4026 cylinder on the exterior, and then that 1015 on the inside, the thumb turn, and that would be a normal way. This client has purchased only the lock body because it's simply a replacement. Now back to page 2, where you see all the dimensional properties that we've gone over, not only of the lock body, but the preparation required in the door, so that acts somewhat as a template for you to go about prepping your door and frame should you be doing a new installation. Also calls out the 4810 strike. If you're doing a new installation, you wouldn't necessarily order only the lock body. You'll probably need to piece the rest of the parts together as individual parts on this. The bottom of page 2 is the matrix by which to order the item. It should call out 5015 zinc faceplate and body, or 5017 stainless steel faceplate and body, and then the -00 will give you the standard non-self-latching. Just turn the hub inside here to lock and unlock, or the 02, which is this, the self-latching, and then dash after that would be a 603 for zinc or a 630 for stainless steel, is how all that would work together. There is also a link below this video to a document called How to Order, and that's just a one-page document that's very simple and straightforward. For installation with a cylinder, specify the quantity of the cylinder poles of the 4026 pole and door thickness. It would be important to specify the door thickness because it's not to be assumed that it's inch and whatever thick, so that the length of the tailpiece and the bolts are correct, so you want to be sure to specify that. Calls out the accessories, thumb, cylinder, and strike. The balance of the extended description below this video gives all of the details in a bulleted sort of preference listing, I should say, that we've called out. The one we've not talked about is the Deadlock body, has a radius on it. Okay. And then lists and links to all of the other items below here. Now, the name Adams Rite is synonymous with sliding door hardware that you're going to see on residential doors all the time, but not only in residential applications like in a condo building or a home. You'll even see this material installed on ICU doors or emergency room doors in hospitals. You'll see this material often. There is a link below this video to the Adams Rite manufacturers page within our website where you can review not only all of the Adams Rite products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog, which is very handy. And if you review that, you'll see immediately that Adams Rite does a lot more than just sliding door hardware, but everything as it pertains to aluminum storefront hardware, electric strikes, exit devices. Their name is synonymous with all of that. Finally, the link on that page that I'm most preferential to is the Adams Rite Parts Manual. So that's crucial, and here's why. Adams Rite makes available the entire parts manual. If you have an electric strike, an aluminum storefront door piece of hardware, an exit device, and something has failed on it or broken or vandalized and you simply need to rebuild it, that's the document you go to. I suggest you do a Control F or a find function, search for the item that you're looking for, and then on that page, provided that it's published and that the data exists, you'll be able to find all of the other serviceable and replaceable parts for that Adams Rite unit that you're looking at. And it's why I'm preferential to Adams Rite, not only availability or access to the data, but the ability to rebuild the hardware that you have, which is, rebuild and continue on with the significant investment in hardware, door hardware. If you have any questions on the Adams Rite 5015-02-603 self-latching deadlock for sliding wood doors in a zinc-plated steel finish or any other Adams Rite product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.